I'm Scott Allen Miller. It's the 23rd of May, 2022. It is Monday, and we are here in Guadalupe, Leon, Nicaragua. I'm here with Kat, and we're doing some catch-up. We had a rough week. It was busy, like nothing bad, just a lot of work for me this week. In fact, it was a lot of good work for the most part, and very happy with just how things are going at work and how busy I am. Like, it's very noticeable that like economic things are picking up, so I'm very happy about that. But I'm exhausted, and so we're struggling to get caught up on a number of videos that got behind. And I'll give a quick note. If you watched yesterday's video, I was upset about Final Cut Pro not working. I put a lot of time into fixing it today, still doesn't work, so not any happier about that. We are recording in quite a bit of rain. You can't really tell because we're standing under a tree and we've got this beautiful rain light on us. Like, I love filming in the rain time because it just looks fantastic on the camera. But we're pretty wet, actually. We've been out wandering around, and because Kat and I are exploring like the river areas and the waterfronts here in the South barrios, like La Barrio and Guadalupe, which have, I think, just absolutely fantastic river waterfronts. And I'm so sad about, and I've talked about this a lot, right? All of the garbage that goes in the river and how poorly the river is treated. I think that there is a fantastic amount of opportunity here in Leon to make the rivers into something. And I'm trying to figure out how it could be possible to maybe somehow get involved and come up with something. I do want to show, we've got a really adorable, see if I can find him in the viewfinder. We have an adorable pig hanging out behind us. That's why we decided to film right here. We're like, look at this really cute pig. He's just hanging out, which he's tied up. And real quick, I just want to show where we are on the river. This is the second bridge in Guadalupe. And you can see all the garbage down there, but it is overall a really nice day for coming down the river. Because when it's raining, you get a little bit of you get a little bit of extra water on the river, and that's pretty nice. Okay, so Kat is out at the beach today with the kids. They stayed there pretty much all day, and she had some experiences with trash on the beach that she wanted to talk about. So I'm gonna let you talk about that.
So I was out at the beach, and first of all, like the first time I stepped onto the beach, like I said earlier, I felt like I'd been there before, and it already feels like my home. And so as we were walking to the, as the children and I were walking to the estuary, I noticed after you got to a certain point that there were these, first of all, garbage all along the beach. And so I start picking up these bottles and things, and I'm like, kids, let's pick up garbage. And so the three of us start picking up garbage, and then we fortuitously find a bag that we're able to put the garbage in. And
the bag being more garbage.
Yes, precisely. And it was very much like, okay, universe, we're gonna clean up your ocean. Give us something to put it in. And it was right there, it was perfect. And so as we're doing this, I'm like, where's the garbage can? There are no garbage cans. And then there's these smoking piles of garbage on the beach. And I'm like, are you kidding me? That is awful for the pollution. And then literally there's this older gentleman who comes to the water's edge, and he goes to dump, and he's got a cart full of garbage, and he goes to dump it into the ocean. And I, from like however far away, start trucking over there, stop, no. Fortunately, there was a surfer who spoke enough English and Spanish to be like, nah, dude, don't do that. It hurts my heart to see the land that I love polluted like that. And that's why I'm so, I've already made a personal commitment to create as little garbage as possible. Simply because I don't want to be part of the problem. I can't necessarily be part of the solution yet, but I can certainly not add to this problem. And it is a problem. And I think that when we put our heads together, and collectively as a whole, when we put our heads together, we can come up with a solution. And Scott already has an incredible solution. And so I think that through sponsorship and and getting the word out and educating.
Yeah, it's a big challenge, and there's no getting away from the fact that when you come to Nicaragua, there are large areas like here in Leon where there is a lot of garbage. There's also large areas where there's not.
Yes, exactly.
Right? And
it's not all like this.
Yeah, like Boaco is famous for being a really clean city. Chinandega is pretty clean, right? So it's localized, which means there's an opportunity, right, to figure out what is going on in those other cities. Is it simply municipal pride? Is it a regional thing? Is it, and I do know in many cases, it's really rich cities don't have the problem, and the poorer cities struggle with it more, and that's natural, right? We would not expect something else. That is just how it's going to happen. There's way more ability to educate in a rich city. There's more opportunity for that municipal pride, where people are like, not in my city, right? Whereas here, there's just, Leon is legitimately one of the poorer cities. It's a very large city with a very large poor population in a lot of extended barrios, and so that just makes for, it can come in very easily. It also has rivers that run through those barrios, and they mostly run outside the control of the city proper. And so because they're coming through, whoever's upstream just makes a mess for whoever's downstream. And the more downstream you are, the more you give up, because you cleaning up and not throwing trash in, it makes no difference. Other people's trash will arrive to take its place. So you might as well just throw your trash in there. That's a terrible mindset, but it's legit for someone. Their personal experience is one that doing something about it does literally nothing for them or anyone around them. So that's something they just have to live with. Tonight, on a non-trash related note, we went out late. You were hungry.
Yes.
And we had not done any street food yet, other than the fritanga across the street from the house, which is awesome, has lots of cool food. The fritanga experience and the asado experience, which you have not done, are really good. But it was kind of late, and I said, well, you know, there's got to be a hot dog place around the corner. And she's like, what? At like 10, 15 at night? Yeah. Like, this is not early. And we walked right around the corner, and there was our local hot dog place, which I've gone to get French fries before. They didn't have them. And I obviously don't eat hot dogs because I'm vegetarian, for those who don't follow the channel yet. And she's like, yeah, we're getting a street dog. and she got to watch the whole show, because street food here, even in a barrio away from everything else, this is just a back street in Laborio with a hot dog place. So this is not a place where you go for a show. It's not like El Centro, where there's a line of street food vendors and they got to compete with each other. This is just one girl with a hot dog cart out there, and she slit the dog and threw it, like, all the special things, and threw it on the grill, and chopped up all the toppings and made the sauce and cooked the whole thing in this huge roll, because that's what they do for hot dogs here. They're really long hot dogs with giant hot dog buns, and they grill the hot dog buns. Everybody does it the same, as far as I know, more or less, because it's a Leonese thing. And then they put the dog in, they put the toppings on, and then they take the ketchup and the mustard and the mayo. Always mayo here. That's part of hot dogs in Nicaragua, have mayo, and they do it in like a lattice on top, and do it all fancy and everything, and then wrap it up in foil for you. It's like a whole presentation, even on a back street, and it looked fantastic. And
it tasted fantastic also. I was able to get all of 3 bites, and I was like, oh, I'm stuffed. Simply because they are huge. It is a lot of bread. So I probably could have finished it if I had not eaten the bread, but then what's the point?
Right. So hot dogs are a big thing here in Leon. In Nicaragua in general, hot dogs are a popular food, just like hamburgers and stuff. Leon is actually famous for its hamburgers and hot dogs. They do them on the street, they do them all over the city, and they do them up at an unbelievable scale, meaning on a per dog, per burger basis. They're really, really big. Now, the particular place that we went for hot dogs, I'm hoping soon we're going to take the camera out, go there. May need a different camera. The GoPro is just a little bit not a nighttime camera, but we'll take one of the cameras out and do some filming of the street food. And I did get a request for filming me eating more, or at least having food and stuff, because I never really film my food, and I should be. So I'm gonna, this is a big ask for me. It's the one thing that I'll take pictures of my food, but like filming myself at a restaurant is hard for me.
You can film me eating. I'm totally okay with it.
All right, so we're gonna try to do some more of that and really up the food game. Yeah, and she eats meat. So there's a lot of things I don't eat. So if you're interested in vegetarian food, yeah, I'll be like, I'm going into Managua to get like brunch at a veggie place, and I'll have like 2 subscribers who are like, yay! And then like 300 that are like, who wants that? Right? But with her, the burgers and the barbecue, the dogs, you can hear the thunder. We got a good storm rolling in right now. This is awesome. This is my favorite time of year. We get these great storms, the drizzle, and I love Guadalupe. It is so dark with foliage. It's beautiful in the rain. We're luckily under a tree, right? So we're in pretty good shape. Yeah. We're gonna get some food. We're gonna start with that really soon. Kat will hold me to it and help me with like, are you bringing the camera? We're going to get food. Okay, we'll do this, right? It's funny that I need someone to help encourage me to bring the camera more. All right, please remember to like and subscribe. We're gonna get amazing content going now that Kat's here. Thank you everyone who has commented and provided support. She's very excited that everyone is mentioning her and enjoying her content.
Thank you.
We actually have, as I'm recording this, because obviously we record in the future, sort of, we're recording in 48 hours. We actually have some viewers who have come in from the United States and should have just arrived in town like half an hour ago. And I need to go get changed and figure out where they are and see if we're meeting up for coffee or dinner or something and go out and meet up with them. So thanks for joining me. Remember to like and subscribe, tell all your friends, share on social media, and see all of you tomorrow.
Adios.